Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 5, Episode 20, Shopping Mall. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast. So what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Camp Slash Horrorcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central, live on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, maybe Facebook if it's connecting. I am your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Miles. Hey, babe. It is babe, isn't it? Francis. Miles, how you doing?
Baby it up, babe.
There you go, babe. All right, next we got David. I guess I'm not used to being chased around the mall in the middle of the night by killer robots. Jessup. David, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good discovering this new thing called streaming.
Yes.
It's pretty fun.
Yes. Next we got Crux. Trust me, absolutely nothing can go wrong. Crawford. Crux, how you doing, sir?
Good. Happy to be here.
Excellent. Next we got Jay. I have to have a cigarette and I have to have one now. McClintock. Jay, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, man. I quite enjoy this. This was a quick one. This one very little fat. Little fat on this one.
Fun movie. And finally, we got Raph. Thank you. Have a nice day, Ramirez. Raph, how are you, sir?
Fantastic, sir. Fantastic.
And I'm going to add in, I'm Ducky, waitress, more butter, Wenzel. I wanted to use it. Y'all, we watched Shopping Mall, release date November 14th, 1986, running time 76 minutes with a budget of estimated $800,000. Synopsis: a small group of young shopping mall employees stay behind for a late night party at one of the stores. When the mall goes on lockdown before they can get out, the robot security system malfunctions and goes on a killing spree. I'm sure that could have been shorter. Okay. Let's watch a trailer for this piece of shit. Awesome movie. Great movie. All right. Can you see Shopping Mall there, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
What an awesome fucking poster. Can we just give it that's so intense.
I agree that the poster and the name are both great, but it's always bothered me that I do not feel that either actually fit this movie.
Fair enough.
No, it's fucking misleading. It's misleading as shit. It's
very misleading, but it's iconically misleading.
It was originally called Killbots, and they changed the name because people were confusing it with Transformers and stuff like that, I guess.
Honestly, Killbots for this movie is a arguably better title, even though I would rather go see this movie.
Toy companies were going to sue the shit out of them.
I expected something completely different before watching this, but I was surprised and I loved it. So, all right, trailer time.
They broke into the mall for the wildest all-night party of their lives.
Get that meat.
They did not break into the mall.
But you're never alone in the shopping mall.
What's that?
About those blast doors.
Robot blood.
Well, they need those now in San Francisco.
Oh, they showed the head explosion trailer.
That's wild.
The trailer. The trailer. I love the way you said that.
Cost you.
Oh, he's carrying a head.
Yeah, that wasn't in the movie.
What the fuck is that?
There's that mannish woman. All right, that's the trailer right there. How do I close this? Okay. Let's talk history with the movie. Does anyone have history other than Raph with the movie?
Yep.
All right.
Dude.
Good, Jay. What you got?
I've just been a lifelong member, probably since came out, 86 it said? Was that when it came out?
Yeah, 86.
I probably see this movie 40 times in about 30 years. I see this movie at least twice a year for at least the past couple of years. I can't miss it. It's just fun. It just does a lot of things really well.
I agree with that.
It trims all the fat. It uses every dollar really well. I could praise it for a lot of things. It's a visual achievement, I think. I really do believe that. For its budget, I think it was a fucking trendsetter. That's pretty amazing shit they did.
They built most of those robots with like parts of wheelchairs. That's pretty impressive, like just on its own.
Yeah.
Did everyone see the puppy?
Use of effects is so like in this day of like Terminator, you get a slight Terminator feel from these things. It's not so corny. I can imagine it not looking so corny the first time you see it in 1986. Would you all agree with that?
You still get that Johnny Five feel, though.
I do. I love Johnny Five. I love
Johnny for sure, dude.
It's awesome. Johnny Five, but less racist.
Yeah, Jesus,
no accent.
I saw something on IMDb where it's like those two movies are really the inverse of each other. If you think about it, they're both basically robots who got their personality like turned backwards because they got struck by lightning. It's just one became evil and one became a moderately lovable racist.
Well, I don't know. The one looks rather swarthy Middle Eastern or whatever the guy said. So I thought that was kind of racist.
Oh yeah, he did say that. That was wild.
That was kind of racist. Miles, what's your history with it?
This is one of those mini VHS tapes that I got from the local video store because of how dope the cover it was. And I do remember like the first time I saw it, I think I was like mildly upset because I was like, this is lame. These dorky looking robots. But then the boobs came out and I was like, this isn't that bad for an hour and 16-minute film.
Yeah, dude.
Good use of time. Good use of time.
It was,
and it does great. Honestly, I agree with Jay. It is, you can't really stretch an hour and 16 too much with that concept. They do a good job of keeping it interesting pretty much the entire time. And we even get an after credit sequence, which is something
that was nice.
You don't get before the Marvel Universe, right?
You don't have to get that.
Like, you know, one shocked me was Super Mario Brothers. The movie has an after credit scene, a post credit scene, and that shocked me.
It is.
Raph,
why did you make that a movie?
Crux, have you seen it before, Crux?
No, I can't believe I don't have a history with this, man. I love the soundtrack. I love 80s horror movies. I love the cheesiness. I love the whole thing, man. It's right up my alley. I don't know. It just slipped through my radar.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's so much fun. David, did you see this before?
Fuck no.
I told you I put $5
never, you know why I didn't see it? It was one of those movies where I heard, because it didn't come out in theaters where I lived, but I heard like my horror fan friends were like, don't fucking watch this movie. That poster's bullshit. Like I was warned from the beginning, this is not the movie.
Oh, you got it spoiled, bro.
Yeah. Well, thank God. Jesus, thank you.
Oh, you hate this?
I knew he hated it. I knew it.
You were right.
You got Terminator.
I got $5.
You were right.
I can't wait.
So bad. My question though was it made bad on purpose, or did
Roger
Corman, man? They stretched it $800,000, man. They stretched.
It's a Roger Corman joint, dude.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Roger Corman.
Yeah, it's a Corman, dude.
He didn't direct it.
No, I mean,
his wife produced it, or his daughter produced it.
Now it's just Corman, dude, all the way through. He was there for the first 3 days of the shoot and said, you guys got it.
Jim was Norsky.
Yeah, that's
he's the director. But there's a Corman in there. There's a producer,
Julie Corman.
Julie Corman.
Yeah.
So it originally came out in theaters as Killbots, and it was 15 minutes longer. But since it didn't do that well, they did a second release with the name change, the poster, and it was 15 minutes shorter, and it became a cult classic then.
Boom.
Imagine advertising like we cut 15 minutes of fat off of it so it doesn't suck down. Like, every version of the day it'd be the opposite, dude. It's like the Snyder cut. Here's our 4-hour black and white version of Chopping Mall.
Yeah. Well, the only upsetting part is if it was 15 minutes of boobs, because then that would have definitely ruined it.
It had the hitters.
How great would it be to make a sequel where the robots are guarding empty malls now that have no need for them, and it's like some like that murder death robot show on Netflix.
Fighting against like YouTubers trying to get closed mall footage.
Yeah, people trying to shoot their haunted house like videos there.
So I technically I hadn't seen this movie before. It was actually recommended to me by my friend Neil, and I'm glad he did because it turned out to be great. Again, the soundtrack is awesome. It got that synthesizer in it, and I love that sound. And then the hitters, 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in, and 43 minutes in, they were solid. I really enjoyed those. And it was fun. It went fast. Again, like Crux said last week, it's a movie that just starts right off the bat for no reason. The action is right away, and it was fun. I kept laughing, and I enjoyed the whole thing. They did use the best kill within the second or the third kill, where the girl's head exploded.
Yeah,
it was so good. I was like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna get a lot of that, and we did it. That was disappointing, but other than that, solid film.
You know what's weird is I felt the same way. Like that's the best kill in the movie. Obviously, that's the money shot.
No,
that kill cost $700,000.
And some change.
The other 100,000 was the lasers.
Yeah,
like people were praying. People were calling home and be like, "All right, well, it just don't work out."
All I could think while watching
we're going
this
back
is
to the street.
how we used to do the midnight movie. This is a perfect midnight movie. Like it's just so much fun, so cheesy. Like you said, the music, I kept saying, "Run, bitch!"
The music
run, bitch,
was
run,
so
bitch.
good, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It did.
Anytime
That
you put some
captured.
programmed '80s drums in there.
Yeah,
I love it, dude.
It captured the idea of a mall and a killer robot at the same time. Like it really nailed it.
like a dime
at
mall.
old stores. I like looking at old stores and thinking about the times of the malls and how they're gone. It kind of saddens me sometimes to think about the the death of the American mall, but it's something that I've experienced in my lifetime, and so
For sure.
it's cool to go back and see. And this mall's actually kind of thriving.
Didn't you say you almost went to see it, Jay?
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, they say it's holding on, but it's its vacancies are going up. It's just like it's a tidal wave, man.
It's a mall.
It's a tidal wave.
Yeah, they also filmed Commando, I think, in this mall, and parts of Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
Absolutely.
I think is what it
Buffy
was.
the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Dude,
Is
a
this
cool
in Sherman Oaks Galleria? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
Have you been to a Crux?
I grew up a couple miles from it. Yeah.
Oh, right
wow.
on. So you've been there. Yeah.
Is it super popular?
I've smoked weed in the parking lot. Parking structure.
And then you went to see Chopping Mall. That would be trippy.
That would be trippy.
Yeah, this movie begins kind of like ridiculous. Who is that couple? Why are they talking in the presentation?
The sassy couple that like I roll together
with the mannish woman, and like I'm sitting there going like they're from another.
He's a pretty prolific character actor. He'd been in comedies. David, back me up. He'd been in comedies for the past like 20, 30 years, dude.
Well, evidently these characters that they're playing are actually characters from another movie.
He's very famous. Like he's really famous.
On your mall meeting, Ducky, I will say I've worked in several malls, seen lots of ways that they spread news. It's never in the stage in the center of the mall, and no one ever goes before or after work collectively to do so. You're lucky if you get a memo, and it's more of a like, we're doing this now, not like what you think about it.
Yeah. It definitely was a big presentation. I like the that you have the worker people. I don't know who the actor is. He's one of those. It's that guy, the second tech who comes in and he's like eats the donut and he's goofing off the whole time. You know what I mean? And like he's one of those. That's that guy. One of those prolific '80s actors. So good,
right?
What happened to the first body? The kill.
They ate it.
It was just the robots didn't have anything to eat it with.
They ain't go to the food court yet.
Immediately, I was like, "Where's the fucking body? Why would they dispose of a body?"
They gotta go to Sharper Image to try out some badass.
There's a lot of like.
They could have really done some great product placement. In this
There's
movie.
a lot of goofs in this movie. Anyhow, like whenever the girl gets caught on fire,
$50 million budget in this movie if they knew how to shake the right hands. You know what I'm saying? I mean it. I really do.
So they had
Should've
the
been a
mess
frenzy.
up where they catch the girl on fire, and then you see the gas can is actually still next to her and it hasn't exploded. She's just on fire, and then the girl, whenever she climbs under the thing, gets the spiders on her. Then they're like fake spiders out of nowhere when she climbs out. There's just a lot of little screw ups like that
Yeah.
that give this
Charm.
movie that. Yeah, exactly. Just it's
Charm.
pure cheap.
Decor.
Pure cheap.
Well, what happened was they cut out that 14 minutes. If you find that footage on YouTube, it actually ties everything together, and that's what screwed it up.
I've also heard if you
novelization.
nah, damn it, you beat me to it.
I never get to do the novelization.
The
I never
novelization for
do.
this movie was a pop-up book.
It's a rare treat to get to do novelization. This is a big deal. You'll let me have this one.
The characters make, they break the cardinal rule. They all have sex and they all get killed, and they get killed in the order, not the order that you see them having sex, but like the couples go together. I think that was kind of interesting. That it's always like the male.
Well,
and the
they
female
paired
go.
off immediately.
Yeah. And so like whenever they get killed in that order. Like it's the head explode girl and the guy gets his head kind of cut off, but not really. And then, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of fun the way that they kill the characters.
Did anyone recognize Cody Odell, the nerdy main guy? Anyone recognize him?
No.
Well, he's in two iconic 80s franchises. For one, he is one of the original Cobra Kai in the Karate Kid.
Oh, wow.
And two, he was. I'm trying to think. Yeah, he's a really like big deal. He was in that, and he was in. He's been in a couple of things like really close to that just became huge right before that.
Damn.
Right on.
Yeah.
No, I didn't remember any of them, but I was trying to remember those titties.
Oh, Head of the Class. Y'all remember that show from the 80s, Head of the Class? David, do you remember that show?
I remember the title.
No.
Yeah.
Or I recall, I know the title.
Yeah, who's in that show?
I remember the other one on Cinemax, Getting Head in the Class.
Oh, God. Software experience. Red Shoe Diaries knew how to toe the line. That's all I'm saying.
By the way, how about the reverse shaming here of the guy like in the beginning, the fat shaming? Like, yeah, this is where this whale comes to beach every day when he's eating.
God.
Like,
Dude, that was me eating. I'm not even joking. Like more butter, please.
More butter.
More butter, please.
I think they need to make an 80s style horror movie, but in this one, everyone fucking lives and everyone being good dies.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I would like to
somebody
see.
passes the joint, like doesn't take it,
Yeah.
and they get
They
slaughtered.
get killed. The one girl studying, gets killed. The
Yeah.
other one abstaining. Yeah, fuck yeah, I would like to see that. Let's make that happen.
Oh, okay. I get it because the nerdy couple didn't have sex and they lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
And everyone who showed the hitters got fucking outed. So, but I mean, those were some nice hitters. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the bigger the tits, the more chance they have of
The
surviving.
girl was also in
The
Night
bigger
of the
the
Comet.
tits,
She's
the
been
bigger
in
the
another
kill.
movie. She's got a pretty nice little catalog of movies.
And
Pretty nice
rats.
little, what was that, Jay? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Night of the Comet. She was in Night of the Comet.
Oh, I
She's
love
in-
Night of
in
the Comet.
Exorcist.
That's so much fun, man.
Yeah.
That's a good
Do
movie.
you recognize her, David?
Yep.
Yeah. She's,
Now I
think
do.
she's a little sister.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once. I'm not
Hey,
super familiar with it.
Jay, wait a second. Isn't Night of the Comet the lead actress? Wasn't she in Jaws 4? Not Jaws 4. No, not Jaws 4. Starfighter.
Oh, you're talking about with Christopher Guest was. Christopher Guest in Revenge was in. He is the last.
Was in Starfighter, but his girlfriend in Last Starfighter.
Yes.
Isn't she the lead in Night of the Comet?
Let's go double check.
Pull it up.
This could be a home run for our buddy David.
All right.
I wish him well. Catherine Mary Stewart is Regina in the holding back, sorry.
This is so dramatic.
Night of the Comet. In Night of the
it
Comet,
is.
that's her. And she is hold on. She is
Fill the dead air. Fill the
Maggie
dead air.
Gordon in The Last Starfighter. You nailed it, buddy.
Nicely done.
And here's the weird thing, Jay. She kind of looks like the guy from Jaws 4. They both have the same horse face.
They merged together in The Last
They
Starfighter.
did.
Hey, good pull, David Jessup. Good pull.
We know
once a year I can do it.
So we kind of know that we all kind of love this movie. David, why do you hate it? I'm very curious.
it just doesn't. It's just dumb. It's
Yeah.
stupid. It's like like the robots are dumb looking.
Yeah.
You know, their heads are dumb. So yeah, you're agreeing with me. It's dumb.
You guys,
That's
it
why I
sounds like
didn't
you guys
like
are
it.
making the same debate points, but
Yeah.
on two different sides of the podium.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's why I
yeah.
didn't like it.
No,
It's
yeah.
dumb.
This movie is
That's
so
dumb
corny. This movie
movie.
is so corny.
That's why it rocks.
Yeah.
That's exactly, you have to watch it and go like, this is horrible, but this is horribly amazing.
Well, I don't like dumb movies. I guess I don't know. Every now and then I do, but this
If
was
you-
just. Yeah.
Do you feel like
Have you
if you
not
watched
been
it
on
with,
this podcast?
Yeah.
if you
Bruh.
let's say we watched it together as a group, do you think you would enjoy it more, or do you think you would be
If
like,
if
He'd
we
enjoy
watched
more.
it, if we watched it as a group with the volume off and we interjected our own,
Yeah.
like Mystery Science Theater 3000,
And then it was a
if we-
circle jerk.
Yeah, yes, and then yeah, that too. And then the first one who comes gets killed. So then
I'm
I would
fucked.
like it.
He was praised.
you got that hair trigger?
Glaze.
Got that hair trigger, man. Dead eye.
Great.
I'm out.
Midnight Glaze. Da-da-da.
I love when they're in the vents and they're like, those damn robots turned up the heat. I was just like, what a weird thing to add to the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they control the whole mall, and then it has those fucking bomb doors, like straight up bomb shelter doors that
They
just
look like
closed.
RoboCop doors.
It was crazy. I'm like, okay, so everything was high tech there, except for their fucking sprinkler system. Not one time did the fire alarm go off, and they had fire after fire,
explosion after explosion happened.
which were great. I don't see how David didn't like those explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the explosions were awesome. It doesn't mean the movie still didn't
I
suck.
get it. No, man.
What-
David saw it at the wrong time in life, and he is not coming back from that. I respect it.
Oh
I
man,
respect it.
See,
I
I
respect it. That is his journey.
This movie is a love letter to like how
It's his
awful
journey.
malls must have been in the 80s because
Oh,
it's
God.
like they sold like live ammo and guns, and there was like little ashtrays just every few
Yeah.
feet in the
Oh,
background.
smoking in the food court.
Yeah.
there was a
Smoking
the
whole-
guy
Oh,
smoking,
food
the
court.
guy making the pizza was just smoking over
Yeah.
like the pizza while he was
Doctors
cooking.
smoking.
You
in
got
the
it's
office.
it's that extra flavor that you get in there, man. That's
I literally said the
The
same thing
secret
earlier,
spice.
dude. I'm like, that's why the Sbarro sucks now. We need to let the
Yeah.
chef smoke again.
it toasts
Yeah.
it toasts the
Taste-
crust
taste-
just a little more. Yeah, it's delicious.
I like when she drops that plate of pizza and he's like, "Oh, you're killing me."
It's a piece of pizza, man. That's some prime real estate on the mall food court, ladies and gentlemen. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know their
That's
audience.
probably the best actor, the pizza guy. And then
Yeah.
he's like, "Take this,
13-year-olds.
take it while it's hot. Hurry up!"
Yeah, I want pizza now, Mom. Well, it's $7. Well, hit me, Mom. Put that shit on plastic. Whatever. Yeah.
Did you guys ever have
Not
an
that I ever
orange?
do that. So.
Did you guys ever have Orange Julius in your malls?
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Were, but I never had
Julius.
it.
I
Dude,
never paid for
love-
it, but I would get samples of it all the time.
I loved me some Orange Julius, man.
What is Orange
Yeah.
Julius?
My mom would always get it. It's like orange juice smoothies.
That's
Okay.
literally all they sold. That was the entire business.
Damn.
They also had really shitty pizza slices.
Oh,
It
did
It was
they?
very
Orange
very
Julius?
strange. Yeah.
I don't remember
Pretty
that
sure.
at all.
What I always remember is like when I was like a little kid, like very, very, very small, I'd go to the mall with my mom and she would get me Cinnabon and then Orange Julius.
Cinnabon, yeah.
Liquefied sugar to wash down.
Oh my god.
Is that why you're so tall? Like, did you
I
just?
wanted, yeah, it was because I ate all of my nutrients. You know, I got my sugar food group, my frosting food group, my cinnamon food
Hell
group.
yeah.
Well, is there anything specifically about the movie, Raph? You got a list, right?
Of course.
What you got?
The first hitters were at 15 minutes. The second hitters at 20 minutes, 40 seconds. And then the last hitter is 51 and 56 minutes. No, never mind. That was
Is that the full list?
It was probably
Yeah.
just the first 14
That's
minutes
it.
of the movie that were cut, regardless of what happened. They're like, we just got to get to those hitters faster.
Gotta get them.
There was only 3 times, but they were surprisingly well done. And then again, yeah, it's a classic 80s movie. You have the fucking guys trying to fuck, and then you have the hot girls letting them fuck. You have the nerdy couple. They're obviously gonna survive because they're not doing it. They're like, if Jason Voorhees was after them, he would have left them alone for not fucking.
There's long shots of just robots chasing them. You just hear that
and it was great.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. I don't know.
Great use of a small location. It was really well done.
This is a wonderful back rub like movie. It's just a fun.
You say back rub?
Back rub, yes. That's how I get back rub movie. Background movie.
I'm genuinely surprised David doesn't even ironically even like this movie.
Yeah.
I kind of honestly, Duck, you made the comment in the chat that you thought David was going to hate this. There was a part of me that was thinking like this one might like cross the line far enough that David will come back around on it, but clearly we were wrong.
Yeah, I think if we had better robots, and I think if we had better kills, because again, I really felt like I was lied to by the movie poster.
I
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
and so that to me really pissed me off.
Unforgivable.
And, it's like, don't fuck. Where's that kick-ass robotic glove with the razor blades for her knuckles
and bodies like dismembered
and the fucking claws?
Yeah, and instead it's this slow ass robot.
The pinchers,
bad
and
labor.
The pinchers didn't even look threatening. It just looked like, give me a hug. You know what I mean?
Like Wally.
They kind of look like
we can make that happen.
Old school. What's that?
So Duck could recreate it.
Okay,
Duck could recreate it.
What?
Could recreate a scene where
a shopping mall.
Yeah.
Let's just remake Shopping Mall.
I actually thought about that. What does a remake of this movie look like?
There's interesting news on that because James Wan, I believe, was interviewed about this very topic, and he said that he would love to do a remake of Shopping Mall.
I would love to see that.
He fucking loves that movie. It's gory as shit too.
Yeah,
and it goes there.
I will say about the robots, they did have the Lost in Space head and then the Johnny Five body. So I was kind of thrown off. And then the guy in the beginning says, they won't hurt anybody if you show them a badge. But they still shoot lasers.
Dude, he said that was
what
fail-proof.
The fuck for?
He said that was fail-proof. I can't tell you how many IDs I've lost. Like, that's not fail-proof.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question as the one who would definitely was in this area? Would you agree that at this point in 1986 that there was a little bit of a robot movie hangover, very similar to like superhero movies are today? You think about it, from 1977 through 1986, every year you had a different movie about robots.
About killer robot?
Or no, I'm just either Terminator or Star Wars. And then you had like a RoboCop, and then you had like just in Short Circuit, and then you had Terminator, and it's like you get hit with all these different another robot, and you can have the Transformers animated movie, and now you get this horror movie.
I think you're also at this point 86. Aren't the slashers getting kind of tired too? Aren't we getting to that point where it's
I think some haven't quite peaked. I don't think. Or I think that some are like really there, and they're about to hit their land.
So you're having a combination of robot overkill and slasher overkill.
Yeah, turn of the century or turn of the turn of the
decade. But they're kill bots. They're ridiculous.
We're going Wonder Years on it. I'm sorry, man.
I love the fact that they're held together with like a wheelchair and some duct tape and a little bit of hope. Like I just love that.
The Wonder Years. As I said in the theater, I thought to myself, that's gotta be robot movies out.
The budget must have gone to those fucking robots, right?
Well, they built 5 of them and
holy shit
together. So
the sequel is just the guy getting sued for the faulty robots.
it's a court drama.
It's like Pelican Brief. It's like Aaron Brockovich comes after him.
And then he brings one of the robots in there. It's like, no, look, it's cool, and he kills everybody.
Yeah. I don't know.
So the weapons, let's talk about the weapons, because at first the guy says it's just going to tase him, and then he has darts to put him to sleep. But out of nowhere, you get the saw that slices the guy's head, and then you get lasers that literally blow the fucking woman's head up. It's like, why? Where did that come from?
I loved it. I loved it, dude.
That was wild.
I just that head blow up I played back
It was
just
great.
because it's so seamless, and I saw how
really
they
good.
did it, and they did a fade transition, but like it looks so amazing. It looks so good. Her credit at the end of the movie is just her head exploded again.
Yes, I love that actually.
That was funny.
So
That was
nice
funny.
they
That's
showed
great.
it twice. Like
That's
it's
great.
so good,
Dude, that's quite an honor.
But
Yeah,
the-
your
yeah,
head
dude,
blows
dude,
up.
Girl's like,
slow-mo practical
I'm going to be
effects.
immortalized. That girl's like,
Here's
got made.
here's
got
the
made.
weird thing. On Rotten Tomatoes, the critics actually give it a better rating than the audience. That lets you know
That's
how
impressive.
That's
shitty.
great.
here we go.
Wow.
Let's hear it.
55 critics, 39 audience.
Nice.
Now,
So
now
good.
a lot of that is me making fake accounts in the last 5 minutes just to fucking shit on
They're
me,
like,
so I can
one
prove
star.
my point.
You skewed it. You know what I was thinking to myself watching this, man, because it takes place in the shopping mall and stuff. Just similar to like the God damn it, which Night of the Living Dead installed?
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
so I was thinking about that, but also I was thinking about how Stranger Things, right? The
Oh, yeah.
season of that.
Season
It's
3.
like
Mhm.
all that stuff is cool again because of like the resurgence of like bringing the Cobra Kai back, and then Stranger Things and all that stuff, and like the music, 80s music, some of the 80s
In the mall.
in vogue.
Did
Yeah,
anybody get to go to that
Mall.
Stranger Things pop-up they did at the Grapevine Mills Mall?
It was awesome.
yeah,
it was great.
dude,
Oh,
it
I
was
wanted
so
to go. I didn't get
cool.
to go.
Yeah,
Dude, this strike is, they're going to be 30 years old before they graduate high school.
pretty funny. Yeah, the
Cobra
cast
Kai
of,
too, man. I'm worried about that. You brought up Karate Kid earlier. I'm worried about Cobra Kai as well, dude.
yeah.
They're
the-
gonna be dead.
the cast of Euphoria will all be dead of drug overdoses. By the time they,
Dude,
one of them's already dead.
Ralph Macchio's got almost a decade on Dave.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's gonna come back in a wheelchair.
I get to apologize. I have never seen an episode of Cobra Kai, and I hear
can't
it's
believe it.
amazing.
Oh my
I
god,
know. I hear it's amazing,
It's so
And-
good.
and I
Unforgivable.
will make it a point to start watching it.
I'll one up you.
You'll
I've
love
never
it, dude.
seen.
Did
I've
you
never
love the
seen it.
originals?
Love the well, I love the
Karate
first
Kid.
one. I love the first one a
You
lot.
like at least the second one? The second
No,
one I
because
love.
you know why? Because he doesn't have his girlfriend, Elizabeth Shue. She's not in the second one. That really bummed me out, man.
So I've never seen the
Dude.
Karate Kids 1 through 3, but I've seen the next Karate Kid quite a few times.
I love the next Karate Kid.
Whoa.
I got no.
Pretty
I
good.
love it.
I love the next, but just not seeing the first 3 breaks my heart for you, sir.
Never
It's,
saw it.
I love them all. Like,
Never
Dude,
saw
'cause
it.
like
the same
I'm
guy-
not even kidding. I'll come watch them with you right now, Duck. Let's go.
Let's go.
The same guy who directed Karate Kid is the guy who directed Rocky.
Yeah.
What?
And the same reaction at the end, man.
Wow.
The theater I
What?
saw it in was cheering. I
Oh,
saw
wow.
that fucking
That's
opening
how I
weekend.
want to see it. I want to see it in a theater.
That's
Cheering,
Wow.
man.
that's what I call. Dude, you feel those? You feel those goosebumps?
I thought you were going to say the
Dude,
claws
wow.
from the robot.
Dude, Karate Kid was so good. And that guy, that bad guy, was such a great bad guy. And he was such a great dick in the 80s, man.
Yeah, but the new show's about him. But anyhow, off the subject, Karate
Yeah.
Kid.
Yeah, with Chopping Ball.
Cobra
Speaking of
Kai.
karate chop,
New podcast
this
idea,
is
guys.
80s podcast.
dude,
right.
I'm down. Let's
Let's,
roll.
all right, let's get the
One more thing.
Okay.
The last weapon
Starfighter.
that he had, the last
Oh,
weapon
great,
the
yeah.
robot had
Don't
was
show him,
C4
yeah.
explosive, and he was able to blow a door up with it. Why would that robot have C4 explosive if he's just protecting a goddamn mall?
I just love that it kills Dick Miller. I thought that was great. He's in the movie for
Bro, it
and that's,
electrocutes him. That's
Yeah.
fucking
He
crazy.
gets to
that's
be in
a
a lot of these
continuing-
movies.
that's a
He gets-
continuing character that he's played in other movies too.
Oh,
so-
absolutely. He's played that
The
in
dead
some
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He died a wealthy man. He died a
Remember-
very wealthy man.
Yeah. I
Remember,
believe-
Raphael? I mean, the Cold War was still going on. You never know.
What's
what
his
the
name
Russians
again?
were doing. He was so in the mall.
Dick
What's
Miller.
his name?
Dick Miller. Yeah.
Yeah, Crux. That's why I had those blast doors, just
You
in
never
case the
know.
nukes
You
hit.
never know. You never
All
know
right.
what Gorbachev's going to wield at you.
All right, let's move to recommend. Miles, do you recommend it?
100%, dude. I mean, like, it's a silly hour and 15 minutes full of interesting kills and pretty solid knockers.
Yeah. Those hitters. Right on. Crux, do you recommend it?
So I've said this on the podcast before. If you are in the mood for what this movie is, right? So if you're in the mood for if you're in the mood, if you want to hear some 80s music, if you want to watch some cheesy 80s dialogue, some cheesy 80s movie budget, if you want to watch some 80s ass shit, this is a movie to watch.
Yeah. 100%.
They should have just put 80s ass shit on the
Jay, do you recommend it?
Absolutely, man. I can't recommend it enough. It is super popcorn ready. It is I think it's a movie I think it's kind of a movie that kind of parodies itself. I always looked at it as kind of a little bit of a parody, and when I go into it that kind of mindset, I'm never really disappointed. So I've always kind of considered it kind of a parody of the more serious models that were before it, and it really kind of, I guess, cushioned the blow for me. So if that was the wrong mindset, I'm sorry, but I mean, I always liked it. I always, I'll be its tag team partner.
Right on. Let's go to the opposite side. David, do you recommend it?
Fuck no. Go watch any A24 horror movie instead of this, even the bad A24 horror.
Oh, I'll take this 87 times over It Comes at Night.
You know, I've never seen that.
There's a reason for that, David.
Yeah, I heard. I have been told. Yeah, I have been told to avoid that movie.
What?
Yeah.
So, Raph, do you recommend it?
Ultimately drop.
Yes, and I gotta say, the girl that got her head blown off was the biggest kill because she had the biggest hitters. Hands down.
It was partial hitter in that explosion.
But yeah, I recommend it. Watch it. It's great.
Yeah, and I highly recommend it. I almost watched it again today because I enjoyed it. Red Letter Media does this on one of their Half in the Bags or whatever, Best of the Worst, and I suggest watching that. They had a blast talking about it. They enjoyed the movie.
Dude, I watched it today on the Roku channel with ads, and it was still under an hour and a half.
That's what I'm saying. I looked and it was an hour 15 or whatever it was. I was like, yes, because I love short horror movies. I think it's just so much fun. I want to see the Joe Bob when they talk about it. I think that would be great. But yeah, highly recommend it. I think it's great. So
hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
With that said, let's watch some clips of this. Sorry, David. I'm going to put you through this. All right, let's do it.
Yes.
Sample.
Stop right there and surrender your weapon.
How you say?
I like how the commercial is more cinematic than what the movie becomes. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay. I will admit that I also saw this movie at as a 7-year-old. So I was pretty young. And I just got done watching Masters of the Universe when it came out. So Masters of the Universe and Shopping Mall as a twofer in the 80s, that is a mad score for any 80s kid, like a back-to-back watch. I'm just saying, I think that's part of the reason why I love this movie so much. I think I can edit my review with that.
Weirdly enough, that also makes a great sexual orientation test.
Whoa,
dude! I tell you what, man, the makeup for Skeletor and Master of the Universe is fucking amazing.
Phenomenal,
dude. That's so
absolute
badass.
Banger, absolute banger.
There it is.
There we go.
The end. Man, this is a mannish woman right here.
Three Stooges. I don't know, Mary. The one in the middle has an unpleasantly ethnic quality.
That's Paul Bartel.
Same robot 3 times. The fuck?
Plenty. For starters, as seen in the film, the protectors do their work.
That was just a Karen from the 80s.
The title
Absolutely
sequence.
nothing can go wrong.
Love it.
And then everything goes wrong.
I love
like
it.
The monorail.
This is me eating. 100% me eating.
Brain ordered that guy over there.
There it is.
Dude, yeah, the ridiculous stain.
Butter.
Jay's seen me eat before.
More butter.
Break my heart.
You breaking my heart.
You're breaking my heart.
First blood.
It was pretty good.
I had to cut it because the hitters were on the paper and like it shot through the
But it was
paper.
broad. But it was broad hitters.
Yeah, but I mean it still counts.
Raw hitters.
Raw hitters. That's like having the safety on, right, Ralph?
Raw hitters.
Well, that just lets me know there's gonna be no hitters the rest of this scene.
Can't you wait?
Why are tits called hitters? That's weird.
That's what Raph calls them because his friend called him it, and it's hilarious.
Do you make the
making it
girls
very
hit you in the face with them
All the time.
Oh, okay. Well, that no, I totally
Am I the
cool.
only one that makes it like act like you're attacking me with your titties?
Yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure you are, but that's okay.
It's a reverse motorboat. She's doing it to me.
I like to do the boxing thing, but that's just me. We all are different.
Oh man,
What can't you wait for?
Oh shit.
Mr. Todd.
Second blood.
Mr. Todd.
Like who is this guy? He's the ultimate character actor. He's dead. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Wait, is he the bad guy from not
great.
Mr. Deeds, Billy Madison?
Nice.
Is he from it?
Like, is he the douchey teacher at the the douchey guy that's like trying to make him lose his inheritance?
No, I don't think.
I think he is, but I may.
Which guy is this? Which guy is
the
this?
guy that we just saw die on screen a moment ago?
The business guy?
The guy you said was the ultimate character actor. I'll look it up.
I'm not sure. Whoa.
Great shot.
Lady.
Look at those punchers.
Got a license for that outfit?
Going down.
Look at those.
Oh, there's a booby.
No.
There's a baby.
I didn't see you can see it, but you can definitely see it.
Oh, you can see it. As you can see, it's the biggest one, and that's why her head explodes.
Oh no, he lost
And she's a
monetization.
smoker. And they did it because she's a smoker.
Furniture King.
Carlton Banks.
All right, killing Dick Miller. Oops. I like how it just knocks over like, whatever.
You son of a bitch. Look what you did. I ought to turn you into scrap metal for this. I knew you bastards were going to be trouble when I first brought you in here.
That's pretty great.
I mean, he's wearing rubber shoes, so it's not very believable.
Have a nice day.
But like Dick Miller was not going to win this battle at all.
80s Polly Walnuts.
Messages.
There haven't been any messages for you.
Is that a thing that happened? Like people would call and ask if there were messages on the payphones?
Okay.
It did right there.
Hey guys, y'all remember that Sword and Sorcery series in the 80s called Death Stalker?
Yes.
He was the Death Stalker in the sequel.
Ah.
Man, my little things are going way too quick. Robot hug. Hug me. I am.
Patrick Swayze look.
That's a dart in the ass.
Absolutely.
Dead body tripping.
Was that like elephant tranquilizers?
They said darts. Like everyone know it better than I. Yeah, we're gonna shoot him with darts. And what if I don't have my badge? We're gonna shoot you with darts.
Yeah. And then slice your neck.
And then if you're having sex, we're gonna blow your fucking head off.
Which we're getting to here in a second. Blood.
Oh god. That's
All right,
pretty good.
Here it
That's
comes.
pretty good.
The head explosion.
Nice.
Here goes slow motion.
Bro, that was great. When I saw it,
It looks
oh
even
wow.
good, like all the way. Yeah, it's a solid kill.
Yeah, catchphrase.
Again, it would have made this 100 times better had there been more of those.
Oh yeah, that's the kill of the movie. What's with the puppy behind you? Is that a baby?
Yeah, it's Cena, the Warrior Princess.
Nice. Let's take a gander.
It's been puppy cast. Turn up the heat.
It's been turned on. Middle of summer. It's been turned on. Middle of summer. They know we're in here. They're trying to French fry us.
That's gonna be a big boy.
Come out to the coast. We'll have a good time.
Be a good boy, Raph.
It's gonna be a good girl. Cena, the Warrior Princess.
Good girl, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, she's 5 months and she's already that size.
Oh, damn.
Let's go send those fuckers a Rambogram.
I don't know what a grammogram is.
Rambogram, dude.
What is
A
that?
Rambogram. Like
Dude,
from
this
the movie
already
Rambo.
becomes- This is a typical male fantasy after watching Rambo for a lot of guys, or like Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those movies pumped you up. For,
It just made murder seem so cool, dude.
well, especially against robots. Especially against robots. After like Terminator and shit like that, it's like, no, this is fine. We're the good guys.
I like how they
You know what
walk
I'm
in
saying?
sync here. This is pretty fun. Yeah.
This
the
does have
music.
Ghostbusters energy for sure.
Get that synth going, dude.
Crux, you guys should remake the music from this one too. So
Yeah, dude, we should.
plays
How about John Cena, Warrior Princess?
Yes. Ba-ba-da-ba. We did that. We did not plan that.
propane? Good explosion. Molotovs.
Cap off and stuff the cloth in.
So that was kind of dumb. They made so many and didn't use them.
Regular or unleaded. It gets the job done.
But again, that was a good kill when that girl catches on fire. I was
Right here. Fired. Watch this. But watch, the propane is still there. Not propane, but the fuel is still there.
Still a pretty good fucking effect. Pretty good effect.
Yeah. I like that David was enjoying that. Deadeye.
Boom.
Good explosion.
Boom.
Excellent.
Predates it by 4 years.
Again, no fire
Lucky
extinguishers,
shot. She, no, but she got
fire
shot.
sprinklers.
She was destined to make that shot.
It's in. Yeah, and it won't be long before it comes.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what the fuck?
I'm trying. I evidently made the things too short. Death scene. And then this guy, why is he driving into it?
Yeah, the thing's freaking out and he kills himself.
It's kind of like a Segway. It looks like a.
That was suicide by robot.
That's what I should have called.
He just had a fun reason to kill him. He's like, I want to die.
Yeah, I'm tired of this.
And what was he riding? Like a Zamboni sweeper or something?
What was it? I thought the same thing. I thought it was one of those golf carts you ride around Walmart and shit like that.
Nobody made this movie thinking there is going to be a sequel. Nobody. It was like, this is it, boys and girls.
Jump scare. There he is. Give me a hug. These robots just want a hug. Chucking shit.
Nope. Big effect.
Move.
Yeah, that's Cody Odell.
I don't like spiders and snakes.
Spiders and snakes.
That robot did not give a fuck. I think it was actually doing that on purpose to use the spiders and snakes.
Isn't this just a
You mean
cautionary
they didn't
tale?
give a shit? They wanted to see the spiders and the snakes fucking shit around. So wrong. I remember those videos in
It's a
in
goth
middle school.
robot.
I specifically remember it was in 7th grade. They showed no bullshit. They showed a video that started with a snake eating a spider, right? And it was really gruesome. They wanted to make sure we saw it. And then they immediately showed a snake or a spider eating a snake. Like they were immediately
Why?
showing. I don't know. We got to
Wasn't that
use
just
our battles. It was our
boat?
first. It was a great dream
Was it
match that we never
like
knew we wanted to see.
Biology class or something like that?
That's science, just science class.
Well, wasn't that just the boat scene on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
Probably.
Isn't,
probably was.
isn't this movie just a cautionary tale on driverless taxis?
All right, so notice she's got real spiders on her. And now she got fake spiders.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Big fall. Maybe dead. Breaking the window. This is definitely a man doing this right here.
God damn.
Not that women can't break windows. I'm just saying.
You know that for a fact?
Maybe if you let a man loosen the window first.
Jesus.
Best explosion ever.
Skill. That's crazy. They let them destroy that much. It had to be on a soundstage.
What's crazy is them having a paint store in the mall in the 80s.
That's a soundstage.
And the paint cans weren't filled the whole way either.
Oh, all the budget was provided by Ellis Paint Company. They want to advertise.
Most explosive
that wasn't
paint
in the mall. Was that in the mall?
Yeah.
They actually filmed that.
I mean, no, it was probably made in a soundstage.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
It's representing the mall.
I don't know. There's a bench there.
It's like the one soundstage.
There's a bench there. I'm pretty sure that's the mall.
That means it had to be the mall.
Maybe whatever. I mean, it's a marvel. It's a modern marvel. If you ask me.
It's a great explosion.
Yeah, real fire always looks best.
Love practical
effects.
Yeah.
Dude. And it uses a little bit of CGI, but just a very calculated and not stupid.
I mean, it's mostly practical effects. This is just like Oppenheimer, guys. This is really just like Christopher Nolan.
David, I'm telling you, you're gonna come around to this movie one day.
Hey, did you guys ever hear the tagline?
Did you accidentally watch the TV edited version without the hitters? Because I feel like that's similar to
Did you guys hear the tagline for Ellis Paint? It was you'll cross the Atlantic for our colors. Ellis Island is never mind.
And here with the deep take.
Oh, and then there you go.
Perfect timing. Susie Slater.
That's the dead woman.
And then this is a post-credit scene.
Does anybody know what movie had the first ever post-credit scene?
Thank you.
No idea. This is it right here.
I don't think this is it, unfortunately. I think that'd be cool, but I feel like it had to have happened before this.
All right.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I was going to say that.
Sure.
Right.
Let's look it up.
Listen, I when I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Let's look it up, guys.
That was pre-internet. We were told, like, kids at the school were like, you got to stay till after the credits. Because up till then, you always left. But we were told, and they didn't ruin it for us. They're like, you just got to stay till the end. And I fucking died laughing. I thought it was so cool having him break the fourth wall. I'd never seen that before.
That's maybe one of the best to ever do it for sure. But I just looked it up. It was apparently The Silencers, which was a 1966 film.
You Googled it.
Never do it. I did Google it.
Give it the gaggle. All right, that was Chopping Mall. Let's go to recommendations. The first one for me is going to be, what is it going to be? Oh, it's going to be what is this movie called again? We saw this in Joe Bob when he was there. Brain Damage.
Oh, I love Brain Damage.
I thought this movie was amazing. I enjoyed the shit out of this movie.
Great movie.
And like,
I love this.
These are movies for me that I didn't know, I've never watched before.
Ducky, did you watch this with me and
you and Alex and his wife? Like, dude, I love this movie. I thought it was so much fun. I was drunk while watching it. I was having a blast. I definitely want to watch it on the cast at some point. It's totally worth it. There's a woman who gives fellatio basically and gets fucking penetrated in the head. It's just fucking
Wait, isn't that kind of the definition of fellatio?
Yeah, it's got this little puppet and it talks with like a British accent, dude. It's so good.
It's a pretty good stoner movie. It's a really good.
I went over everybody's head, Miles.
It did.
It's a commentary on heroin, I think. I'm not sure, but like, if
know.
you've never seen it before, it's so fucking good. My second pick will be Dead and Buried, which we watched on the cast. It was David's pick. God damn it, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. And along with Chopping Mall, it is a brisk
I did not see
Dead and
this.
Buried. This is a short.
I always think of Pet Sematary when I see this.
Yeah, dude, it was so much fun.
It came out before it too, right?
Yes,
81.
Did y'all hear about that new series called Before Wherever They're At? It's a prequel.
The Pet Cemetery?
Really?
It's like 50 years. It's like back when Jed was like a teenager.
Wow, that is better.
That's cool.
It's gonna be on Netflix, 8-part series. So
wow.
So when Herman Munster was a kid?
Yeah,
that's great.
Jed is a teenager, so it tells you how far back they're going. But they're doing like origins and shit. So I think that could be fucking cool. And they're doing that Welcome to Derry. Dude,
that looks good.
Oh, they're
that
doing
looks
Welcome
real
to Derry.
good.
That's cool.
I think
And they're doing a Friday the 13th prequel
hold on,
too.
what is that one? What is that one? Hold on.
So
yeah.
does anyone have any recommendations?
I've got a couple of them.
I got Dawn of the Dead. How many people did that one?
Yeah, that was just.
I skipped it because I assumed everybody else
amazing.
would do it.
Yeah.
pretty amazing. Yeah.
That's probably the best horror movie to take place in a mall, I think. Like,
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
That is
Miles, what do you got?
I went with two silly mall-based horror recommendations. One of them is an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's called The Pinball Wizard.
Oh, Nickelodeon on us,
dude. I love Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's one of the best ever episodes. It uses like kids horror in a mall setting very, very well. The other one is far more recent and honestly a contender for one of the movies I might have us review on this show in the future. I don't remember what year it came out, but it was within the last 5 to 7 tops. It's called Slacks, and it is a movie about a killer pair of jeans, and it takes place at like an artificial, like a pseudo Gap, if you will. It's entirely set in a mall, and it's honestly just like it's obviously stupid, but it reminds me of Rubber, and that it takes a really, really ridiculous concept and makes it really good.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. What's it called again?
Slacks with 2 X's.
That's gonna be badass. Yeah, I'm totally done to check that out. Is that streaming anywhere?
That's what I thought.
Is that streaming anywhere?
I watched it on Shudder, but that was at least a year ago, so I'm not sure if it's still there or not.
Slacks. Okay, I have Shudder. I'm gonna check it out. That's pretty badass.
All right. Anyone else got a recommendation? Crux, Jay?
I was gonna say Dawn of the Dead, but that's I don't think there's a person that's seen this and not seen Dawn of the Dead.
I got a few guys. I got a few. I'm ready to rock, man. I got
what's the was it Fear Street 1984 that took place in the mall?
Also, the mall in Stranger Things was inspired heavily by this mall, the Sherman Oaks Galleria.
That's cool.
See, it was the mall in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's been a ton. It was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's just been used in so many movies. It's been a real character, and they say it still has stores. So I mean, it might be on the downside because
Well, if it's on the downside, it has that Asian knife store or the Asian sword store. Once that pops up, your mall is about to die.
The way out.
Yeah.
God damn.
So, what are your recommendations, Jay?
No, let's just see. As far as Super Cop, it's a really cool movie that has a badass mall scene where he actually has to. I think it's Super Cop. I might be wrong. It's the one where he goes through the electric, all the electric lights. So I might even have the wrong one. I think that's it. But I'll look into it.
All right, cool.
But, yeah.
And David, you said 1984.
No, Fear Street 1984 that takes place in the mall. And also, if we're talking about scenes in the mall, then we got to do Blues Brothers, the car chase in the mall.
There you go.
Fucking epic.
Well, then we can do Mallrats. Probably one of the best mall movies.
I mean, you can recommend whatever you want to. Yeah, that's totally fun. All right. Well, this time where they can find you on the internet. If you have any shows coming up, Miles, what you got going on?
You can find me everywhere at Mr. Most Days Off, and I post out all my shows on there. So just follow me online.
Very cool. David, where can they find you on the internet?
Instagram, Children of Dave, this Saturday at Viva's Burlesque Show, and then the 14th of September. Hollywood Heat Burlesque.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Crux, where can they find you on the internet?
That's everywhere at Crux Crawford. That's at CRUX Crawford. I have a podcast called Crux. Yeah. It's everywhere you listen to That's right. Everywhere you listen to podcasts and then visuals on YouTube. And this Saturday, I will be at Rose City in Thailand.
Hell yeah, dude.
Tyler, Texas, man. That's a fun city, man.
That's a great comedy club, man.
First thing you'll realize when you walk out in Tyler, you'll be like, "Oh my god, the air! I can breathe it. It's nice."
I can recommend some spots over there, man. I visited for off and on for like 20 years.
Nice.
So
Tyler's beautiful.
It's my fourth or fifth time out there. I love that place, man.
It's pretty badass.
Raph, where can they find you on the internet?
At Little House on the Parody. And then I have a show at Deep Ellum Brewery September 22nd. And then at Luke Cinema September 30 with Flo Hernandez. So get your tickets for that and come check me out.
Nice.
Where can they find the Ego Phoenix, Jay?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be doing a little stuff in October, doing a little stuff on the Ego Phoenix Fearcast see it on Facebook. I'm just going to talk about movies that have a lot to do with travel. So I won't be doing a lot, but I'm going to be doing some deep dives, and then I'm going to kind of document my own little personal experience when I go up to Massachusetts. So,
dude, I'm excited about that. I'm going to live vicariously through your trip.
What days are you going to be up there?
What's that? I'm not going to, just the last like, just like the last 4 days. So I'll be flying back on the 30th. So it'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cute puppy. Look at that puppy. And you can find us on the internet at, I changed it, Ducky Wenzel Comedy everywhere. So it's no longer We Are Podcast except for the Twitch channel. But other than that, everything else has been changed over to Ducky Wenzel Comedy. So check it out. And you can find us every Monday for Camp/Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past live at 8 p.m. Central. Next week will be Joey Johnson's pick, The Void. I don't even know what this movie's about, so I'm going in
totally. Oh, it's gory. It's awesomely gory.
It's a wild one, man.
That's all right. Cool. I'm totally down.
He wants to bring a bruiser into it.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
I think he's missed a few therapy sessions. I think he's trying to work it out.
This movie is definitely a bruiser. This movie gets bruiser status for me.
Is it as bad as that Korean one that we watched that fucked me up for weeks?
No, The Sadness.
The Sadness. That movie fucked me.
That movie. That was a big one, dude. That was a messed up.
Jay, you need to check it out, Jay. It's a good one.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Who didn't see it?
Well, I saw it on. It was on Shudder, I believe it was. Yeah, I watched it like almost a year ago.
Yeah, that movie.
I watched the whole movie in my 80s room. I watched it like it was really cool with in like just very, very like in the zone.
You're in the zone right now.
No, but in there it's just different. You're surrounded with a different kind of, I don't know. It's just your energy is just, it feels good in there. That's all I'm saying. It's cool.
All right. Well, with that said, keep horror in your heart, everybody. Keep in your heart. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And we will cut the feed.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I Hate Being Sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.